Hello, everyone, and welcome to Still Only 35 Cents. How are you today? Good to see you. Not feeling too great at the moment, but we'll push on through. Good to see you all. Welcome to Horror-tober. It's an absolute joy. Mitch is here already. Welcome to the show, Mitch. Welcome to the spooky theme, as you can see. Not ideal to be feeling under the weather, but again, it's probably good given the fact that it's horror week. Hello, everyone. Comic Collector Coach is here as well. That's great to see you. Welcome, everyone. Anyway, the internet might be a bit patchy. There we are having problems with the NBN. So we'll see. Let me know in the chat if it gets a bit bumpy, and we might have to reschedule because it has been going up and down all weekend. So no internet, unfortunately. So let's see how we go. All right. Sorry to hear you're under the weather. Sorry you feel bad. Oh, no worries, guys. No worries. It's great to see you all. Anyway, I've got some books to share, so we might just kick straight into it. Get the show running. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to go full screen with the books and do a voiceover rather than you keep get the full benefit of all of the books in one go. So you get to see them. And in that way, you don't see me sniffling and feeling pretty terrible off on camera. So, hi, Richard. How are you? Good to see you. All right, let's push this up. Let's get this show on the road. Let's bring the extra camera up. Now, if I do that, that's it. Now you should be able to hear me. There you go. All right, we're back. So Andrew's here as well. Good to see you, Andrew. Who else has joined the chat since we've been out? So Derek's obviously here, Collector Coach. All good. All right, let's get the show on the road. So first off, we have Scary Tales. Charlton. Now, I'm trying to remember where I picked this one up. For the life of me, I can't recall. Looks pretty good for a Charlton. Little bit wavy, but you really get, they're never great, these Charltons, generally. But that one is in pretty good shape. I think I picked this. I think I picked this up from Yarraville recently. Just not an amazing cover, but still not a horrible cover. But an interesting one nonetheless. And there you have George Wildman on story, writer Joe Gill. This one is a little bit weird in terms of look at the paper. So you can probably see this. The paper quality is terrible. Plus, as well, it's not stacked properly. So the pages aren't, they sort of don't finish correctly. Very strange. But again, always nice to get a nice Charlton horror book in the collection. And this one, who's this one by? The Trespassers. Looks almost like John Bolton. Very unusual looking artwork. Telling the story of ghosts and demons. So much fun. And G. Wildman. Could that be Gene Wildman? But tell you one thing that is really good about this one. It's art by Mike Zeck. This is Hades University. So all the story and art by a very young, early Mike Zeck. So keep your eyes out for that. And that's a Mike Zeck cover then. And it's missing the bottom staple. That's why it's a bit flex. So this is a Mike Zeck cover. And there he is in all his glory here. So yes, a Mike Zeck cover, as well as a Mike Zeck story. So, well, that's a fascinating one to start with anyway. So there's, look at that, I've got a missing, is it a pop staple? I think it's a pop staple. Yep, it's a pop staple. Oh no, I don't even think it's a pop staple. I think it's a completely missing bottom staple. Oh no. That's a pop staple and it's popped through. Jeez, that's gone through. Yeah, it's basically through to page 14. So yes, pop staple all the way through. Still a great little copy to have, though, especially Mike Zeck. Don't think I'll be getting it graded, as yes, I don't think it would stand it and would get a green label, I think. But yeah, that's a really good one to start us off with. A nice bit of Mike Zeck. Who else has joined us? No one as yet, but yes. Then we have this one. Now, this one is super high grade from Dave and Rachel at Future Past Vintage Collectibles. This is a bit of a one-off. So Atlas Comics, Martin Goodman, basically very, very short-lived series of comics. We've got another one coming in a minute. But this one is the one that stands out for me because it was one and done. There wasn't too many. There wasn't any more of this. But it's a pretty interesting book. Great cover, Fright, featuring the son of Dracula. Special, startling origin issue, spawned in hell to stalk the night, the strangest vampire of all, son of Dracula. What was nice, or what is nice about it, is this is, it's a beautiful condition. So sort of 9.6, 9.8 contender, which is unusual for these books because they sort of disappeared into the ether. But this is, what's really nice is Frank Thorne art throughout this book. And it's pretty awesome, to be honest. And not, if you're a fan of Bronze Age horror, this does not disappoint at all. And as you can see here, it's very, very stylized with Count Dracula. The story's pretty good too. Shame it only goes for one issue. But you can see it's beautiful, beautiful stuff. And as I say, just great condition. And tells the story of the Dracula who has a daughter with one of his victims, and the son in our day and age is stricken. He protects himself using a whole bunch of religious, like the cross, and unfortunately, someone breaks into his apartment and gets rid of his cross, and he turns back into the vampire. We'll see it here. There you go. So she removes the cross because she wants to kiss him, and wakes him up, and he becomes the son of Dracula, almost like a werewolf. He can't remember what he does during that night. So it's a fascinating piece, but beautifully illustrated, actually. And I think that's the thing. And as I say, a one and done issue like this, no idea what was going to happen next, but he almost becomes a vampire hunter of himself, which is a bit of a strange one. So where they were going to go with this, and this is the thing with all of the Atlas comics, they sort of lasted for 2 or 3 issues and didn't go very far because they were cancelled invariably, and they just couldn't make it work out. And this is one of them. Let's just put Son of Dracula there. This is another one of these amazing books. So this one is Planet of the Vampires. I think this is the last issue of this run too. And again, very strange, bizarre stuff. They just didn't know what they were trying to do. And here it is, Planet of the Vampires. Art's not that great, but nevertheless, it's, still a fun little quirky piece. So I picked this one up. I thought it would be an interesting one to share with you as well. But there's your Atlas work. I mean, again, the artwork's not too bad. I'm just going to see who's actually behind it. Oh, it's Russ Heath art, actually. So yes, should be good. Story by John Albano. Larry Lieber still editing at this point. Yeah, it's a nice oddity, and that's why I picked it up. So Planet of the Vampires by Atlas Comics, again from Dave and Rachel at Future Past Vintage Collectibles. I thought you would enjoy that. Nice art on the cover is cropped very oddly, lettering clipped and oddly positioned. Yes, agreed. Son of Drac. Yes, please. Son of Drac is awesome. Thanks, Andrew. That is great. And then Love Frank Thorne's Red Sonja. And is it Gita? Not sure. Absolutely not sure. We will see. I've got another one for you now. So we've obviously got rid of our two Atlas books now. There's another recent pickup that I think you'll really appreciate. I love it. Always love a little bit of this. This is a copy of Frankenstein Monster number 14, The Fury of the Night Creature. Doug Mensch on writing duties, Val Mayerick on art with Dan Green on inks. Just look at that. Great stuff. I love the Frankenstein one. Very short. I think around 17 to 19 issues, something like that. So yeah, I've been picking it up. I think I might be missing one. But the art on here is pretty phenomenal. I think early was Plug. So having this art and Mike Plug as well at the same time, you've got a great comic book. And there's your value stamp, not been snipped away, which is always good. So for those of you who don't know, Marvel value stamps were in most of the 70s comics. And if you don't check your comic books, particularly Hulk's 181s, they may have the value stamp missing, which would mean we'll get graded with a ding. So it's always careful to watch that. But there it is. A decent looking copy of Frankenstein Monster issue 14. As I say, I'm picking those up whenever I see them. So nice bit of Bronze Age horror there. Original Marvel Bronze Age horror. Talking of Marvel Bronze Age horror, this one's an absolute gem. Beautiful condition. Supernatural Thrillers issue 4, featuring the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Last, the serum is ready now. There is only one Mr. Hyde. So, interestingly, I don't really know outside of that amazing cover, which I suspect is Buscema or Romita. But I don't know from the top of my head. The interior, though, is a little bit more unknown to me. This is Ron Goulart on writing duties and Win Mortimer on art, telling this tale of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But as you can see, beautiful condition and classic Victorian horror brought back to life. You can tell it's Dave and Rachel because they always, on these really high books, put a backing board in the middle to protect the book from any damage in transit, which is a great way of doing it. So fantastic there. And there is the sad demise of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So brilliant cover, though. I mean, fabulous stuff. So who knows? May get that graded. Don't think so, but just hold on to it for now. Beautiful looking book. Let's just pop this back in. Then we've got giant size Chillers issue 2. Now this one is from John at Bronze and Modern Gods, and in beautiful shape. And here it is. Ron Wilson on pencils, Linda Lee script. Just a beautiful looking title, this one. But yeah, absolutely stunning. Look at that. It's nice seance, creepy stuff from Ron Wilson, which is very different to his usual stuff. Very more, a lot of shading here. So yeah, this is unusual. And the house on Brook Street. Not sure who's on art duties here. You got Paul Ryman and Doug Dunn on plot and art here. Count Dante, the deadliest man alive. What else do we have here? Let's Face It, presented in Astonishing Tales 36. So a reprint there. And another reprint. in Mystic 25. See if we've got any more. Pit of Fear in Weird Worlds. It only looks like 3 new stories. The rest are all reprints. Yep, they're all reprints. But in tip-top shape. And whoa, look at that cover. If there's anything spookier than being strangled from behind and the answers in the cards, pretty impressive stuff. So looked, that's great to have that in the collection. Great one. Let's add that to the top of the pile. And then Journey into Mystery, issue 6. You got around in this box, didn't you? Well, now you know. So another one from Bronze and Modern Gods. Let's see what's in the box, shall we? Shall we? Nice date stamp. I love a date stamp. He Who Hesitates. Again, I think these are all reprints. Let's have a look. Yeah, mostly reprints. That's a real shame. But I'm happy to pick these up, especially in high grade with those, again, these new covers. Let's see. Can we find the one where it's in the box? What's in the box? Not seeing it. Maybe we passed it. There is the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? It's his second head. There you go. Creepy. Oh, you've got to love a scary story like that. All right, let's have a look at what else we have. We have and this one is from Dave and Rachel from Future Past Vintage Collectibles. This is a very interesting one. Marvel Chillers featuring the first Tigra, issue 3. Marvel Chillers issue 3 featuring the first Tigra. Because you demanded it as her own chilling series. I don't think it's her first Tigra title, not first Tigra. But look at that. Beautiful. Unbelievable stuff. Look at that. Fabulous. Bit of Hellcat becoming Tigra. Awesome. Just look at that. Beautiful art too. Very, very nice quality. No, very, very nice copy, as you can see. Just nice to be able to pick that one up. But look, Pulse Pounding premiere issue. She's back, deadlier than ever. Night of the She-Cat. So that one will be going. Not going to get it graded. I'm just going to enjoy that one. Very nice copy to sit there. Then to close us out, as I say, most of you already know I've got my Ewe collection shaping up, but just look at that. Issue 67 in absolutely beautiful, beautiful shape, courtesy of our friend Dave at West Coast, Dave Engers. Just look at this. Stunning, stunning copy. Pick this one up. As I say, I'm always picking up my Eries and my Creepies, but this one, realistically, there are some numbers in the 60s where Bernie Wrightson was doing these amazing pin-ups. And so I'm picking him up more for the Bernie Wrightson pieces than anything else. But then you do get all of these great stories. Yosei Ortoz in here doing art. Fantastic stories. Just beautiful black and white art. Just whenever I get a chance, I pick these up. Paul Neary on art here for Hunter 2. I'm not sure. Beautiful again. Just love getting these whenever I can, and just they're fantastic little snapshots. Hide from the Hacker, Alex Toth on art there. Look at this. Beautiful. Bit of yellowing on that one page, bizarrely. The rest of it is in immaculate shape. And then Papa Voodoo. Beautiful masks there, super. eerie and creepy rubber masks. Fascinating stuff. And there you have it, another one there. More art, beautiful stuff. Just look at this. And then all of the back issues for the eerie and creepies. But I just love, oh, look at those action figures. Awesome. But I just love just drifting through these, checking out the ads, seeing what they're like, seeing these amazing back covers. Look at that. On sale, Hunter 2. So fabulous stuff. Eerie 67, another great one to add to the mix. And with that, that is the end of our show for this week, folks. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. Short and sweet. We will have another one next week, and we will have more horror-related elements coming to your screen. So this is not the end of the horror theme shows that we're going on for the whole of October. We are going to be doing a monsters special soon enough, and you'll be getting to enjoy some Mark Spears monsters goodness, and maybe some blind bag pulls as well. But with that, I will leave you all for this week. It's been an absolute joy, even though I've not been feeling great. But take care of yourselves, and I will see you all very soon.